Hey everybody, looks like we got about six in here. Um, I hope you guys like my shirt. I just picked this up at Walmart today. I don't know why, but this shirt just seemed like a cool shirt and didn't cost very much. And I know there are a lot of you out there that are not big fans of Walmart at certain points in times that I'm not a big fan of Walmart either. But I did happen to be there today and they had a bunch of these shirts and tank tops with just different places on them. And so I like this. Hey, Texas. I like this big bear one that I saw the last time I was in Walmart. And I said, well, I think I'm going to get one of those, but I think I'm going to wait until I get paid again. Yeah, it does kind of match the hat, doesn't it, X Ray? It is a pinkish color or coral or whatever you want to call it. Um, I did get, and Steve's in here. I'm not sure. Are you looking for something, Steve?
I saw Darcy. I thought she wanted to come in here.
Well, she may. So Steve's waving. But anyway, um, they had several of these different types of shirts with different places on them. I did get one that says Texas on it, and it has a really cool design. Maybe I can wear it on one of the streams. It's a tank top. And today, for me, even though it was really hot today, was not a tank top type of day for me. It was a more of a t-shirt type of day, t-shirt and shorts type of day. So that I've been lounging around kind of the house this afternoon and just thought I'd get comfortable. So um, sometimes I have horror shirts on when I do these watch alongs and do these streams, and sometimes I don't. Um, so I have a couple of things that I'm going to talk about um, on the Daily Grindhouse, but I did want to announce um, that, and I'm saying this jokingly the way I'm going to say it because I'm not really, I wish was rich enough to pay people, but unfortunately I'm not. But to help me with things on these streams and stuff. And sorry, guys, there's another daggone spot on my glasses. Let me get them cleaned off here because it's just totally. Again, I'm sure a lot of you that wear glasses know exactly where I'm coming from. With if there's a spot on your glasses, it just drives you absolutely freaking bonkers. And I get so much shit on my glasses. I don't know how I managed to do this. It's like dust and hair and spots and whatnot all over my glasses. It's a wonder I can even see out of them. Okay. So, uh, back to what I was saying. And two, I get totally distracted very easily nowadays, getting ever closer to my 47th birthday, which will be on Tuesday. Early birthday to me. I was having a discussion with my mom about birthdays recently, and I was like, I'm in the same boat that my parents were when they got in their 40s. Like, I remember them saying it was just another day anymore. When you're a kid, you celebrate and you have parties and all that. And then when you start getting older, it's like, another one of those. I'm just getting older. It's getting harder to get up off the floor. If you get on the floor, like today, I was rearranging movies and moving them around and making space for them. I was like, oh my God, this is about to kill me. And it just keeps reminding me of exactly how old I'm getting. So, and then other people say, oh, you're just a baby, wait till you get my age. And my mom's been saying that for years. When I was a teenager and in my early 20s, she said, wait till you get in your 40s. And now she says, wait till you get in your 60s like me and your dad. And then if mom and dad are still living when I'm in my 60s, she'll probably say, wait till you're in your 80s. So, it just keeps going and going. But anyway, enough bitching and moaning about age. Um, there will be here very soon a return to, or a revival, or whatever you want to call it, of seductive poison. And guys, no, I am in no way, shape, or form trying to copy Dead Pit, because Dead Pit has had a revival of sorts. Um, I hadn't really thought of seductive poison in a while. I've been busy with other things. And Darren, and I think somebody else may have brought up, have you ever thought about bringing seductive poison back? And for those of you that don't know what seductive poison is, don't know what in the hell I'm talking about, seductive poison was a little podcast that I used to do with Jenny, who we were very active, I guess, in the Dead Pit circles at that point in time that I had seductive poison. Hey, Blissful. And it was originally supposed to be me and my cousin Heather doing the podcast. And then that kind of fell through. And so I asked Jenny. I believe it's a suggestion of CK, because he said she seemed really knowledgeable about horror movies and stuff. So, I took it on faith and asked her. And Jenny, over time, Jenny became a really great friend. She's still a great friend. Um, and we would do this show pretty much every week. Now, there were some times when she couldn't do the show, and these shows traditionally came out on Thursdays for us. And so I would do them by myself if she could not do them. And then, of course, sometimes life gets in the way, right? Life gets in the way of our fun, and adult responsibilities take over. So, Jenny, or I ended up moving to Louisville and marrying Steve and all of that. Jenny ended up, and I don't think she cares if I tell her, she ended up going through a divorce, getting remarried to Vaughn, who Vaughn, it was also very active in the Dead Pit circles as well. And so they ended up getting married. They have two beautiful little girls now. Jenny has a boy by the previous marriage. So she's got three kids. She's got a new job. Her and Vaughn really haven't been married all that long. So she's a busy, busy woman. So we tried several times, and I'm not saying that she won't ever eventually be on this new incarnation of seductive poison, but we tried several times to get the seductive poison podcast back going, and it just life kept getting in the way. Sometimes it would get in the way for her, sometimes it would get in the way for me, and we just couldn't get together at right points and times, and get our material and all that stuff together. So again, that doesn't mean that she won't ever join me on a future seductive poison episode. Okay, so there's also going to be a new way that I am doing the podcast. But let me tell you who's going to be my co-host for this. And that's what I was going to kid about, that this person is now on the Deadites on Deck payroll, or the seductive poison payroll, but not really. So Kelly um, has accepted the co-host position with me for the new incarnation of seductive poison, and we've got to work out a few more details, like what day exactly we want to do it on, and all of that stuff, because I want to make sure that what I want to do and all of that is going to gel with her schedule and all of that. So when we get all those things worked out, I will do another announcement letting you guys know what day, what time, all of that. Because whereas before, when I was doing the podcast with Jenny, we did it through Skype, and it was pre-recorded, and then I would put it out on Thursdays. Now, with the advent of all these different outlets where a lot of people are doing live streams and stuff, I thought, hey, I've got the YouTube channel set up, I've got StreamYard set up. StreamYard's easy to add guests on, whatever stream you're doing. So I thought, why not just add Seductive Poison to my live streams that I do on the Deadites on Deck channel, um, or the Evil Dead channel. Sorry, guys. The air quality is just horrendous here in Louisville right now. Okay, so we won't be doing it on Skype because truth be told, I thought it was pretty cool at the time, but Skype has some issues at some points in times, and we had to have separate software to record the calls when we were doing them and all of that. Now I don't think you have to do that because Steve does the Eurocult show through Skype, and me and him and Darren and Dirk all do that. And sometimes we have technical problems, sometimes not. But I think it's just going to be a lot easier to do it uh, through StreamYard and then put it on YouTube and all of that. And that way, people can be in here in the chat when Kelly and I are doing these streams, and you can actually interact with us and all of that. I just think it's all around going to be a better avenue to put these particular shows out. So when I get all of the different particulars worked out with Kelly, again, I will make another announcement letting you guys know what day and what time we are planning on doing those. Okay. So there's that. And so again, I want to announce, upcoming watch alongs, upcoming drive-in movie nights. And then we're going to get to the Daily Grindhouse where I'm going to talk about a couple of things. And then we'll probably be ready to start our movie tonight. So last night, of course, was Joe Bob Appreciation Night. And for those of you that were in here, you know what we watched. We watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Evil Dead. TJ was on with me live on the stream during the Evil Dead segment. Friday, June 9th will be Devil Made Me Do It night. We will be watching The Exorcist and The Omen. And Friday, June 16th will be Cannibal night. And we will be watching Cannibal Ferox and Cannibal Holocaust. Now, I've been doing a lot of thinking. I've been going back and forth about whether or not I will continue these drive-in movie nights on a different night when Joe Bob and Darcy come back and start doing the last drive-in again. But, I've been thinking more and more about it, and I thought that might actually be too much because I'm doing watch-alongs on the weekends. Sorry, guys, I had to take the hat off for a second. I'm doing watch-alongs every weekend on Saturday and Sunday. And if I don't do the drive-in movie nights on Fridays, I think it would be too much to do it another day during the week. So here's what I'm planning on doing. I'm not saying that the drive-in movie nights won't ever return, but I'm probably going to save those types of things for when, just like now, Joe Bob and Darcy are the last drive-ins on hiatus. And that way, you guys that like what I'm doing with the drive-in movie nights, you can join in, instead of, watching Joe Bob and Darcy. If they're not on, you can hop on over to my channel and take a gander at whatever movies we might be watching that night. Hey, Chris C. So I did want to bring that up. And I hope that's kosher with everybody. I know I've been kind of wishy washy about the whole thing, about whether I was going to continue it after they come back and all of that stuff. But now I think I've pretty much made a decision so that I'm just not overdoing it on things. I'm not, and not oversaturating myself on YouTube, because I think it's good to keep content out there, but I don't think it's good to just oversaturate things. Um, and that way things will stay a little bit fresher. Hopefully, people won't get tired of seeing my mug on here, and everything will just even out. So, let's go ahead. Well, I was going to talk about the watch alongs, and then we'll get to the Daily Grindhouse, and then we'll get to the movie. So June 4th, tomorrow, will be Death Ball. I think I'm going to go ahead and start at 6 p.m. Eastern time for that one. June 10th, again, that's a few days after my birthday. We will be watching Bloody Birthday, followed on June 11th with Nightmare on Elm Street 2. June 17th, in honor of the impending Father's Day holiday, will be The Stepfather, the original Stepfather, by the way. June 18th will be the John Cusack joint High Fidelity. June 24th will be Just Before Dawn, followed on June 25th with the hilarious Caddyshack. So we have all of that upcoming. Plus, Wednesday, I'm planning on me and TJ finishing up the last half of the season 3 episodes of Monsters. And who knows what else I'll have up my sleeve for the upcoming week. You know, sometimes I don't know until the day of whether I'm going to do something or not. Yeah, again, my mouse is acting completely funky. There we go. Chris C's got the day off. Yep, I had the day off as well, Chris. So just chilling and watching these awesome streams. Well, thank you for including me in that list of awesome streams, Chris. You say, oh, I have that Bloody Birthday that Arrow released. Awesome. So you will be all good for that. So let's go ahead and you guys can watch this lovely intro, and then we'll get into the Daily Grindhouse. All righty. So the first thing I wanted to show off, and this is not horror related at all. I had even forgotten that I ordered this thing. I was like, what's this coming in today? And then I opened it up and was like, oh yeah, now I remember. It's a sign that I got when I was looking for signs to get my mom, like kitchen signs to get my mom to of course put up in her kitchen. I came across this one and I was like, I'm getting that for myself the next time I get paid. So that's what I did. And this just has, in my opinion, this has so many great phrases in it. It says, today is a good day to have a great day, to smile more, worry less, to be the very best version of you, to do more of what makes you happy, every day to be positive and regret nothing, to be humble and work hard. Every day may not be good, but find something good in every day. Laugh, love, live, follow your dreams, believe in yourself, and remember to be awesome. And these are things I think we all need to remember. And so I love this because it's got some doggies on it as well. And then I want to have this at my desk. I might have Steve see if he can put it on the wall right next to my desk so that I can look at this every day and be reminded of these things. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about was I don't know how many of you guys have seen Boogeyman yet. Yeah, I know it's PG 13, and the only other people in the theater with us, with me and Steve today, were a bunch of teenage or early 20 something girls who were giggling for the longest time. And I was glad they finally shut up for a while so I could enjoy the movie. So, being as I'm not sure who has seen the movie, who has not seen the movie, I'm not going to give away the ending. Um, but I did want to talk a little bit about Boogeyman. I really enjoyed this one. Yes, it was PG 13, so don't be expecting a lot of gore, number one, if you go see it. But the monster, the Boogeyman, I thought it was pretty cool, especially for a PG 13 movie. And Steve himself did not hate it. He said it was pretty good. It was what he said to me when the movie was over, because I leaned over and I said, "So what do you think?" So I didn't think that the movie was full of like super annoying young people. The main family in it, I really thought all of those people did a really great job. From the guy playing the father on down to uh, the teenage daughter and the youngest daughter. I thought they all did an excellent job. This, of course, is based on the Boogeyman short story, I believe, from Night Shift, which is a Stephen King collection of stories. Now, you may be thinking, hasn't this been done before already? Well, yeah, it kind of has, but I don't know how many people have seen that version of it. In fact, I may see if YouTube may have that version, because the old version that I found, um, the old version I found years ago, I believe at a Kmart. Um, remember when there remember when there were Kmarts, guys? Um, and there was a video called the Stephen King Night Shift Collection, I believe is what it was called. And I have talked about this before. Stephen King, and I think he still does this, he would have short stories that he called dollar babies. And a lot of times film students would buy these particular stories for $1, and then they would, turn it in to their own movie. And so I found this one, like I said, at a Kmart many moons ago. And it had two stories on it, the Boogeyman and the Woman in the Room. And I'm kind of curious if this, what I found here, I think Republic Pictures put it out. So I'm thinking there was more than one of these. So I'm looking at the Woman in the Room here now. So I've seen this one about the guy. Hold on, so you guys. Golly. I'll be glad when our air quality really clears up, because I've been having nothing but headaches and sneezing and coughing and carrying on. So what the Woman in the Room is about is a guy trying to decide if he's going to assist his mother with suicide. His mother is very ill. I'm guessing maybe she has cancer or something. Um, and I think she really wants to be put out of her misery. And so it's a very tight knit story, very good story. I think that they did an excellent job with this one. Um, so I was trying to scroll through this a little bit and see if this has the boogeyman on it, and I think it does. Yeah, yeah, this one does have the boogeyman on it. So I'm going to put. It's not real good quality, guys, but I think you might, some of you, if not all of you, might be interested in it. So I'm putting the link in the chat there for the YouTube video that somebody has put out. And this was, again, the Night Shift collection from 1994. And some of you may even have the actual VHS. I don't know if they ever put it out on DVD or anything like that. I just remember seeing it and just on a whim bought it because I'm a huge Stephen King fan. Anything with Stephen King's name on it, I always wanted to get. So, again, yeah, it did come out, but that movie from several years ago called The Boogeyman, and then there was a Boogeyman 2. As far as I know, those did not have anything to do with the Stephen King story. They were something totally different. Um, and also, of course, there's the early 80s Boogeyman with Susanna Love, which again has nothing to do with the Stephen King story. But this new movie does have something to do with the Stephen King story. A lot, in fact. But they have expanded on it because keep in mind, guys, it was a short story. So there's got to be some sort of amount of padding to it. But I think they did a really good job with the padding. Um, there was basically only one character that I thought was super annoying and bitchy, and it was one teenage girl who picked on the older girl in this family, the central family. And I didn't really understand why this girl was so hateful and mean to the other girl. But, kids can be mean sometimes, I guess, is the lesson we learn from all of this. But very, in my opinion, very well made movie. It definitely worked for me. Again, I'm not going to give away the ending, and not going to give away key plot points because I don't know how many of you guys have seen the movie yet, or are even interested in seeing it. But I thought it was very good. I would recommend it. I mean, you might want to wait and see if you can download it as opposed to paying money and going to see it at the movies. Steve took me for my birthday, so he paid for the tickets. We went to an early afternoon showing today. And yeah, I think this one's a keeper for me. I could definitely see myself buying it when it comes out, either on Blu-ray or possibly it might come out on 4K. But yeah, would recommend it. And if any of you guys in the chat right now have seen it and you want to comment, I would ask that you not give away, as I did or did not do, give away any crucial plot points or the ending, just in case, Sorry, sorry guys. I'm eating the rest of my nachos from yesterday. Um, I waited so late to eat because Steve also took me out for lunch for my birthday as well as taking me to the movie. So it took me a while to get where I was hungry enough to eat. So um, I knew I was going to have to do it. Oh, and by the way, has anybody tried these root beer bangs? I didn't even know they had the root beer bang energy drinks, but they are pretty good if you like root beer. Steve told me that the owner of the Bang company it went bankrupt. Um, so there may not be too many more of these around if the company went bankrupt. So, guys, I wanted to go ahead and get started with the movie. However, I knew, especially if I drink a bunch of this energy drink, I was going to have to go to the restroom. So, I'm going to take myself out of the stream for a little bit, allow you guys to get situated with the movie. I do have a link in here for it on YouTube. The quality is not really great, guys, but I know not everybody is going to have this Blu-ray that came out from Slasher Video for this little gem, which is the way I'm going to be watching it tonight. But I did want to offer another link and way for other people to watch it in case they didn't own a copy. So I am queued up to, I'm about 10 seconds in on this Blu-ray. And I'm at the Winters Group Present screen. So, again, I am going to remove myself temporarily from the stream and I will be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. May have to get Reg in here shortly. He, is not quite ready to come back in, but he probably will at some point in time. Uh, so Texas is set. Chris C is. Chris, you say I work in grocery, so either Bang will go to Bud again or Course. You say it was under Pepsi at one time as well. I can't keep up with all these things. So, I was kind of hoping that Uncle Bill would show up in here, and he might still yet. Who knows? Um, unless Dead Pit's doing something tonight, and I didn't recall seeing anything. But the way my brain is, that doesn't mean a damn thing. So, um, so if anybody knows that they want to join in live on the stream right now that's in here, I can put this invite back in the chat. I'm assuming that nobody needs the link for the movie. Again, if you do, please tell me. I'll give it about another minute just to make sure everybody that's wanting to watch the movie tonight is all queued up. And then we'll go ahead and get started here. All right. So it looks like we probably should go ahead and get started, because I don't hear anybody yelling in there in the chat, or see anybody yelling rather. All right. So let's do the countdown, the 3, 2, 1, and then we'll hit play. So 3, 2, 1, press play. Now, how many of you guys have seen this film before? Because I don't think, and this also, if you have the Blu-ray, is under the title Verobicide, which was the other title for this movie. I'm just curious how many people have seen this before, because I don't think prior to Steve getting a copy of this, or maybe showing me a downloaded copy, that I even knew about this movie. But this is a David A. Pryor movie. His brother, Ted Pryor, is in it, who was a Playgirl flavor of the month, I guess you would call him. So if you'll notice, David Pryor did a lot of the stuff on his movies. And Texas is the first time for you? Okay. I wonder if Peter Bonilla and George Bonilla are relatives. Yes, Ted Pryor from Sledgehammer. Hey, TJ, by the way. So, we're not really seeing this girl's face here. We're seeing her shoes and, seeing her from the back. We're seeing her in shadows. And there's going to be a reason why. So, Chrissy, you say this is a first time watch for you as well. So, I think you guys are in for a treat here. And as I thought, Reggie will be wanting in. One moment, guys. So if I was to compare this movie to Sledgehammer, let's say, I think this is the better one. So we see that this girl, whoever she um, is evidently wanting to become an actress until she's gotten a part. So what does she do? She goes to Second Son and she's going to get in the tanning bed. And yep, there's some boobies there. As claustrophobic as I am, I don't think I could ever get in a tanning bed. And I know, guys, you don't have to close it all the way, but I don't even think I could do like what she's doing. And I would not feel comfortable enough to get nude. I mean, she didn't get totally nude. She still got her panties on, but so, ooh, something's going wrong there. She's bouncing around in that tanning bed like an egg in a frying pan, guys. Oh, and the damn thing's caught on fire, too. So now, it's a flash to the present day, I guess. I don't think we ever got a card or anything a title card that said how many years. But now we're seeing Rhonda's workout. And this was, evidently in the time when people were really, partaking of the, aerobics and all of that. And there's Rhonda, by the way, who was giving the dirty look to as Joe Bob would say, the jerkola there towards the back, who's like giving her the eye. So you're getting a lot of shots of women's boobs. They're clothed boobs, but I mean, the camera is really zooming in on them. I get the feeling that Rhonda really does not like that guy. Exactly, TJ. TJ says blame Jane Fonda for the fitness boom in the mid 80s. Yeah, everybody thought they were going to look like Jane Fonda. Some of these girls, though, when they're doing the sexy stuff, but when they show this one chick here, she was like, I don't know what kind of look that was. Okay, so I think when this chick is picking stuff up, yeah, she's got condoms in there and everything. I don't know what that is. And then it's interspersed with like the overweight guy there trying to exercise. Um, I don't know who this girl is trying to show off for, but her uh, lower parts, you can see her whole ass. And I guess this was probably supposed to titillate guys, turn them on, and all that. Watching chicks spread their legs and stuff, even though, like I said, they're clothed, but So then we got another kind of creepy guy who's coming on to her. And again, some of this exercise stuff is a little more traditional, what you would expect to see. So we're soon going to find out our creepy guy number one again. Um, we're soon going to find out that Rhonda wasn't even supposed to be conducting that class. The girl that had all the condoms in her purse was running late. There she is again. And she's like, it's like, what do you expect to happen? You know, I don't know how late she was, but obviously she's pretty damn late. So Rhonda is not happy with her. Oh, there's at least 2 to 3 scenes where Rhonda has it out with this chick. TJ, you say Donna Dolores sings one of the songs in it. She sang backup for Madonna during the 80s and early 2000s, plus co wrote one of Mad's Kids Open Your Heart. That's cool, TJ. I did not know that about her singing backup for Madonna. Hits. Oh, okay. That makes more sense now, TJ. I bet I have typos all over the place, so I totally get it. Um, and speaking of music, I think there's some good music in this movie. You know, some people might disagree with me, and that's okay. So we're soon going to see that, you know, the other chicks are leaving. The one chick is taking a shower, and we all know from the slasher movie rules, right? Don't ever take a shower, even if you're sweaty after doing some aerobics. And don't be the last one either. Honestly, though, I think this chick likes the attention from creepy guy number two. So, some of you guys might think this a little odd too. Um, if you notice, the weapon seems to be a giant safety pin. That is something that I've never seen in another movie. I mean, you had unusual weapons in student bodies, you know, paper clips, eggplants, horsehead bookends, all those things. But I've never seen a giant safety pin be used. But it seemed very effective in killing that chick. So this is what happens when you're late for your class, or when you miss your old class. You get to go and pick up crap around the place. Chris C, you say almost got caught in the BR. LOL. But floss, TJ. Yeah. So Rhonda seems a little more hospitable now. But later on in the movie, we'll see another blow up between her and this chick. I mean, my gosh, these people are slobs. Look at that. Okay, guys, so sorry. I think something's going to get ready to happen here, but Red just went back out. And I'm betting he's wanting out just so he can. Oh, dang. There's that dead chick. I bet he's wanting out there just so he can bark and growl at that, or probably bark and try to tear the fence apart. Because the neighbor's dog on this side does not like our dogs. Oh, that's interesting, TJ. I hadn't thought about that. You said Rhonda gives me Pamela Springsteen as Angela vibes. So this is one of these, I guess, hard-nosed cops. Kind of no-nonsense type of cop. And Rhonda, on the other hand, is not taking any shit from him. See, that's what they do for you. When you find a dead body in a locker, they give you a blanket to wrap around you. Yeah, that's exactly what they do. So there's the murder weapon. There's that giant safety pin that, of course, the cop's saying, have you ever seen that before? That's right, Chris. Blood in the bag all of a sudden, LOL. Yeah, sorry that I'm waving. There's a daggone fly that's getting around my nachos, and I don't want it to get in my nachos. What's he going to do with that damn thing? I hope he's going to take it like to the evidence locker or whatever at the police station. So now Rhonda's like, treating the other girl like they're best buds again. So here we get more ass shots, female ass shots here. That's right, Texas. You say that guy looks like he could have played the Hulk or the Thing. I believe that the blonde guy you saw lifting weights, I believe that's Ted Pryor. Oh, interesting, Chris. She said, looks like a young Brian Bosworth. Here we have more hip gyrating. Again, I'm not sure what exactly this is supposed to exercise. um, I think it's just a way for, like I said, to titillate the male portion of the audience. Because I don't know that I've seen any exercise routine that's like that. Okay, so now she's back to being pissed off at her supposed friend. It's like Rhonda has some major mood swings in this movie. So evidently, good old Ted Pryor is looking through Rhonda's files there. And Rhonda's none too thrilled about that. DJ, you say aerobics was more cardio than anything. It was supposed to be fun, I guess. Meh, lol. So he's saying, he got permission from the other boss that he was supposed to come here and be an instructor, I guess. Again, Rhonda is extremely pissed off by this. So here's creepy guy number one again. I'm gonna pick a fight with Ted Pryor here. Uh, Texas, you say Ted Pryor looks like Lamal from Kaja Goo Goo. Oh, here's some outstanding fight choreography here. Can you tell I'm being sarcastic? And then dopey looking girl comes out here and she's just kind of watching them fight. And evidently, this whole fight scene turns her on because then she wants to give good old Ted a ride here in more ways than one. Trust me on this. So poor Ted is gotten relegated to a janitor pretty much. Do you hear that, guys? That's the best offer he's had all day is to get a ride from her. So looks like Pepsi. So I'm wondering if Pepsi sponsored them. Either that or David Pryor didn't give a shit and put this product placement in there anyway. Chris, she said this is 80s trophy greatness here, lol. So, I mean, she's literally coming on to him in all kinds of ways. And what the heck? There's a red phone out there. And I'm watching the Blu-ray, and all of a sudden it went blurry. So they did say that Slasher Video got the best possible elements they could. So yeah, Chris, you said Rhonda is conflicted. Yeah, she's definitely conflicted. All right, all right. So now this chick has slipped into something more comfortable, and comfortable obviously means she's going to be getting naked very soon. What do you guys think? No, one thing, they can't kiss very good. More ass shots. You do have a few guys that are sprinkled throughout this thing, other than the two creepy guys. And this chick is evidently that chick is hot for creepy guy number one. Um, Even going so far as to pull her top down a little bit. But the guy's obviously not interested. Yeah, he only has eyes for Rhonda. And unlike Ted Pryor, he's a little bit more discerning about who he's going to spend his time with. So, we have some possible red herrings here because, she was making goo goo eyes at creepy guy number one, and now somebody is following her, somebody with a gun. But we can see that that's the cop. So did the cop have the gun or does somebody else have the gun? Or maybe they both have a gun. So this is like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but this looks like a seizure waiting to happen in here with all the blinking lights. Blissful, you said this must have been before women had that hot shoulder pad look. This was actually 1987. So I'm trying to remember when the shoulder pad look was big. And evidently, this chick just sits around in her underwear, waiting for somebody, just some random guy to drop by. Yeah, Chris, see, the red lighting is very Jello like. So the cop's knocking on the door, but there's something else going on in this apartment or house or whatever it is. He's not trying very hard to get in there. So here's another kill. That's very Giallo like too, with the black gloves on the killer there. So the killer just jumped out the window there too. That was insane. Hell, dumbass, she didn't get in there fast enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm really realizing that, Chris, the watching it this time. You said, "Damn, this is very giallo, almost to a T." Texas, you say Hulk too late. Damn, in his car. So I don't know if y'all noticed that, but it looked like the killer was wearing a wig because it looked like they just plopped down a wig there on the sink as well. So now we're back to Rhonda looking around, and creepy guy number one shows up again. This guy just cannot take a hint, evidently. And and she almost like she came on to him and then just shoved him away. If y'all hear that noise out there, that's your Reggie. Oh boy. And so I don't know. So um, here's something. So these graffiti artists put a robicide on there, but they also put Deathball on there. And Deathball will be the movie that we're doing or I'm doing the watch along for tomorrow night. So very interesting there. Chris, you said they use the C word, LOL. Uh-oh. So evidently the killer doesn't like graffiti artists. Ah, TJ, good eye. You say Rhonda plays one of Linda Blair's friends in Savage Streets. I'll agree with that too, Chris. You say good camera work in this, I have to admit. Again, I think, in my opinion, this is a much better film than Sledgehammer. Oh man. David, you say he killed that one girl in her hair at the same time. Chris, you say I'm a slasher nut, have not seen Sledgehammer. Well, a little warning, Chris. I mean, you may like it. I mean, I think it's entertaining. However, um, just about anybody that you ask that has seen Sledgehammer will tell you that there are a whole bunch of scenes, like slow motion scenes of the outside of a house and people walking towards a house. And I kid you not. Got more close up boob shots, cleavage shots. That chick, man, oh man, that chick's boobs were really bouncing there. She needs some support for those babies. TJ, you say sledgehammer is like a weird ass dream. Makes no sense, but it's interesting. Exactly. That is a great way to put it, TJ. Oh damn, that would hurt. Oh, and that would hurt as well. Support head Pryor is still doing janitorial duty here. So his buddy's all messed up now. Oh, and now he's messed up too. That's right, TJ. This is not good for business. Chris, you say, wow, that was a quick one. Yeah, you got two dead guys there. Now, one of the creepy guys has found them, and of course, oh, Ted Pryor to the rescue! More creepy guy bashing there. Man, they're taking a lot of dead bodies out of this place. I'd say business is going to suffer. We're going to find out that Ted Pryor's character is an undercover cop. He's either an undercover cop or a private detective, but I thought it was undercover cop. I know, DJ. That's the weirdest body bags I've ever seen. They're white. You say, was that a body bag or a sleeping bag? And what the hell? And that's what chicks do. They just take their clothes off and just casually walk up to guys and seduce them. Jeez Louise. Okay, this is weird. Evidently, this is a nightmare he was having. So they think this guy was the guy that killed those people and possibly killed some of the other people. But for those of us that have seen a lot of these movies, we know that's too easy, right? Uh oh. I will say this for this movie. It literally wastes no time in killing a lot of people off. But again, it's not a very long movie. It is an hour and 22 minutes. So that's not very long at all. Um, Texas, you say Sledgehammer is garbage, but better than things. Yeah, I will agree with that. More of these body bags that look like sleeping bags. Chris, you say I can see vinegar syndrome picking this up eventually. LOL. Yeah, I don't know if Slasher Video still owns the rights to it or not. So Rhonda's still, yeah, she's still pissed off. I mean, speaking of that giant safety pin, what in the hell would you use that for anyway, other than to kill somebody? Blissful, you say, I'm looking at the exact hairstyle I had in 87. There's creepy guy number one again. Can't this guy take a hint? Really? Chris, he's I'm just doing my job, Miss Johnson. Why is this cop? I've seen this cop at least twice now, and all seems to be doing is just standing around and says something to the head cop or detective, whatever he is, um, and then nothing else is said for a while. Um, and the creepy guy number one that was just aggressively lifting weights. Evidently, that guy's got a lot of frustration, as Joe Bob would say, uh, if you know what I mean, and I think you do, because he's not getting any from Rhonda. Too, that's a guy that's definitely sexually frustrated. Look at that. TJ, you said the killer hated his dream. Chris, you said that trucker hat though. Man, somebody's got an arsenal there. Okay, this is weird too. Like, what the hell? This guy has got a shrine to Rhonda. So there's a lot of, you got two guys in the bushes here, both spying on Rhonda as she's swimming. Oh, so he's found Ted. He's going to try to beat the shit out of him. I guess he got tired of Ted beating the shit out of him. More outstanding fight choreography, by the way. Ooh. I like that fire pit. I think that's what that is. Oh, really? TJ, you say, I don't think Slasher Video is still around, but I don't think you can upgrade this movie much for a new release. Maybe they could get some more extras or something. No, I don't think you could upgrade it anymore. Damn, rake in the leg. Texas, you say falls count anywhere. I think they were confused about whether they were making a slasher movie or a martial arts or kung fu movie. So they found good old Ted out here at this point. Oh boy. I'm going to walk away for just a second. Yes, Chris, this movie is all over the place. Reggie. Reggie. Oh. No, there's one thing I wish that Reggie and that dog next door could get used to each other. So this is probably the most sympathetic that Rhonda has been to Ted Pryor's character this whole entire movie. And now they're showing her pictures that creepy guy number one had of her. There's that cop again. Now he's sitting on the stairs drinking coffee. This guy just has, like, he just randomly pops up. I'm surprised anybody's even still coming to this workout facility. This chick, I mean, and it's pretty blatant too. Like every exercise outfit she has, it's going up the crack of her ass. It doesn't matter. Like she must just have a whole closet full of them that are like that. Yeah, yeah, Chris. Good kill count in this film already. Hey, Gory Tiger. We're in the midst of a watch along for Killer Workout. Oh, wow. Okay. And by the way, there was another dead body and yet another one now. So this cop that just randomly shows up. Here he is again. So here's Ted Pryor using his breaking and entering skills. Yeah, the detective's like, here you go. I'm doing you a favor, buddy. I'm giving you the keys. All right, more hip grinding, hip gyrating. That's that's right, TJ. Every other scene is aerobics. Texas, you say Ted Pryor actually kind of looks like Christian Bale a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Chris, she said, working out till you die. LOL, I love it. So, creepy guy number one obviously means to kill Ted now with his Mustang. Hey, 71. You say I can't believe I'm late. Well, you're doing okay. Okay, so now we're seeing the back of somebody's head there who has been badly burned. And I remember, oh, it's Rhonda. So she was the chick at the beginning that was burned in the tanning bed. I don't think she'd be able to cover up being that badly burned with a wig. I don't think it would look that good, at least at this point in time. DJ, he said, don't pick a fight, LOL. That's right. Chrissy said, uh-oh, jig is up. So yeah, pretty much the cop called her bluff, or this detective or whatever. So yeah, she showed him just how badly she's burned. That's right, TJ. 5 years ago, but the fashion stayed the same. Yeah, the hair, the fashions, everything. So he thinks he's gonna take her in. Got her handcuffed and everything. Well, we still have 20 minutes in this movie. Yeah, Chris. There it is again, just doing my job. That's this guy's big line in this movie. So she's like, all right, bub, you were wrong. Uncuff me now. Yeah, exactly, TJ. That wouldn't hold up. She'd be out in a couple of hours. So again, all of us that, in here, I think, know that this guy's not the killer. That again, that would be too easy, wouldn't it? This guy's sure running like he's got something to hide, doesn't he? But obviously, this guy thinks he's got his man here. Yes. Ah, but he's got a gun too. Oh, 71. That's interesting because you say been watching satanic stuff today was wild. Steve and I were watching some kind of, I forgot what it was called now, but some kind of documentary on Anton LaVey and the Church of Satan. Um, it was wild, but it was kind of interesting too. So sorry, guys. I'm yawning so much. I was doing that in the movie theater too, and I didn't want to go sleep in there because I wanted to watch that movie. Hold on, guys. Let me see if Reg wants to come in. Reg. 71, you say you found a movie on YouTube for free? Yeah, there's a ton of that stuff too. I'm sure this is something Steve downloaded. So now this guy is doing nothing to build an innocent an innocent ploy for himself. He just knocked the cop out. So Rhonda's looking at her face, and she evidently doesn't like what she sees, or she's thinking about her very burned, disfigured body. So I love it the way it looks from the back. You can obviously tell it's fake. That's right, TJ. Worse wigs than Evil Dead. So we got about 13 more minutes left to this movie. As was said earlier, there are quite a few kills. There's not really slow spots in this movie. The movie doesn't have time to be slow. I just wish David Pryor could have applied the same principle to Sledgehammer. I think it would have been a better movie. So there she's flipping the very bad wig on. Oh no. Gory Tiger, this is from 1987. So it's pretty old now. Something you want to say it's called I Speak? So she did that guy in. So she's back looking all nice and attractive again. So at this point, you're not sure who's crazier, him or her. What Texas? I was wondering if it was evil speak, because I love that movie with Clint Howard. Yeah, DJ says I like her clown outfit. It does look a lot like a clown outfit. 71, you say, no, it's called evil speak. Geez, bad day. No, I totally get it, 71. So this is probably the longest stretch of time, I think, in this whole movie where something is not actively happening until right about now. Okay. Sorry, guys. Gotta step away for just a second. No, Reggie, you're not going back out there. Sammy. Sorry, guys. Reg was making a noise and then he got Sammy started. This is probably the one scene that's a little bit too talky. Damn. So now it seems that there's a different instructor there, and there's Rhonda. And it looks like, business is back to normal. Everybody's glad that Rhonda's back. Rhonda looks very happy. She looks the happiest she's looked this entire movie. And she's taken her coveted seat back in her office. Everything seems to be all in order. For the most part, anyway. And what? Oh no. That's what she's using that for, besides killing people. It's a key ring, keychain. And great ending, I think. And then you get to go back and see more of the aerobics with some of the people that ended up dead in the movie. But you've got to have this song in here. Marsha Carr was the one, by the way, that played Rhonda. Well, I'm glad you liked it, Chris. You say, LOL, this was shit, good slasher, I have to admit. I really like, especially when people have not seen some of these movies before. That is something that I enjoy doing, is being able to help introduce these movies to people. Um, and we got more of that weird aerobics stuff. Um, TJ, you say, so she killed people with the knife near the end to make it look like another killer was responsible? Evidently so, TJ. Unfortunately, I did not say that this movie made 100% sense. That just seems so random, though. The guy, the heavy guy on the exercise machine. Yeah, TJ, the real star of the movie, butts. LOL. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Um, it was a little bit, one of those that was off the beaten path, as will tomorrow night's watch along. It will be that way more than likely too. I don't know how many of you in here tonight have seen Death Ball, but if you haven't, again, you are in for another treat. And so I hope everybody's able to join me tomorrow evening. We're going to start at 6 p.m. Eastern Time instead of 7 to allow people to hopefully enjoy the watch along and then be able to get some rest before our work week starts all over again, right? So um, I'm going to let the credits run out here. But let's talk about these songs. I said that this had a pretty good soundtrack. We've got Woman on Fire. Ooh, it got blurry again. So now I can't read it. So, uh, yeah, I can't read any of those songs anymore. But there were quite a few songs in it, and the ones that I had that I was able to hear a lot of were really good in my opinion. But what you say, I had hair flashbacks. I used to cut my fingers from all the hairspray I used. Yeah, but a lot of times that was the only way to keep your hair from um, messing up. You know, a little humidity, wind, anything like that. And also, even though this is supposedly a Blu-ray, you can tell it's just kind of a glorified VHS rip because you can actually see the tracking issues in it. So we have officially reached the end of Killer Workout. Um, Guys, I would really love to stay on here a little bit longer. However, I am just all of a sudden exhausted, even though I was drinking this energy drink. So I think I'm going to have to get myself on out of here a little bit earlier than I envisioned I would be. Um, but I will be back tomorrow starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for Death Ball. Again, I hope all of you guys can join me for that. Perhaps Uncle Bill will pop in. He may just be busy. He could be working on something for Dead Pit. Could be doing something with his family. Um, I have not seen either him or CK in here unless I missed them. Um, Texas, you said that wasn't bad. I liked it. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it because you said this was a first watch for you. Both you and Chris C. You guys said it was a first watch for you. Yeah, 71. I can just looking at myself on camera, my eyes look tired. And you say, hell, I wish I could sleep. Yeah, I mean, but I feel like no matter how much sleep I get, it's not enough lately. And that just aggravates me because there's things I need to do, there's things I want to do. I don't want to spend all the time sleeping. 71, you say, all I do is dream about polar bears and bars. LOL. Thank you, Blissful. You say, Dana, just relax and refresh. So, on that note, guys, even though sadly we still got 7 people in here, I'm going to skedaddle on out of here for the night, and I will see everyone on the flip side, albeit tomorrow, with the Death Ball watch along. You guys have a good night now.